by the times you made me cry, feeling not quite good enough, not understanding why. I blamed you for the hell that I was in, then I burned through my resentment till I could love again. I forgive you, for you know not what you do. When you did those things that hurt so much, you didn't have a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. I forgive you, for you know not what you do. I still have an angry thought or two. I don't do well with those that try to tell me what to do, but I still try to turn the other cheek. Watch me walk away, you'll know exactly what I mean. I forgive them, for they know not what they do. When they do those things that hurt so much, they haven't got a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. I forgive them, for they know not what they do. The more you give away, the more you have. Everyone's a mirror of some part of you. It could be anger, it could be love. Why not choose love? Haunted by the times I made you cry, I showed you the worst in me, not understanding why. But we can heal together perfectly. For love to grow between us, there's one thing that I need. Please forgive me, for I know not what I do. When I do those things that hurt so much, I haven't got a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. Please forgive me, for I know not what I do. Please forgive me, I forgive you.
summer, fall and winter came too fast. Somehow I made it, I'm wide awake, it's spring at last. If I could only bring them back, they'd still be moments from the past. It's simply beautiful to walk with open hands. Nothing to hide, nothing to grasp, nothing to break, nothing to last. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose. You're finally home. I buried my father, so went my mother all too soon. I suffered in silence, suffered alone until June. It wasn't clear, it wasn't right. I'd hear him tell her in the night, but somewhere in the dark they huddled near a light, with nothing to fight, nothing to stress, nothing to climb, nothing to pass. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose. You're finally home. Some seasons let us be reborn. These deep dark places where we're torn. And when they tell you that your rose still has its thorns, you've nothing to hide, nothing to test. Love brought you here, now you can rest. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose.
perfectly clear. I am the answer. Oh, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I am the answer. I used to fight between wrong and right, watching my fears taking over my life. But now I know why I'm here. It's perfectly clear. I am the answer. Oh, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I am the answer. Everybody now, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. Here we go now. I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I am the answer. I am the answer. I'm the answer. I am the answer. I am the answer. Be the answer. I am the answer.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Hello and welcome to the People of Diversity Sunday service. We are a multi-faith community and we believe there are many paths to one divinity. If you would like to learn more about our multi-faith endeavors or support the pod financially, please go to www.peopleofdiversity.org. Stay tuned at the end for more announcements. We have stuff to tell you.
Last week we had Grandfather Will Davis, our Native American representative, and his musical guest was Rob Thorworth, and they were both amazing. Today is Wiccan Oracle, and his musical guest is Victor Morgado. Wiccan Oracle is going to speak to us about kindness. Next week is Mystic Christopher Timms, one of our new speakers, and his musical guest is Donna Frost, who's been with us since about the beginning. So So without further ado, we'll see you later.
Hi there, my name is Victor Morgado. I'm a musician out of Beansville, Ontario, Canada. It's about 20 minutes from Niagara Falls. Everybody knows Niagara Falls. Beautiful Niagara Falls. The theme this week is kindness. I'm singing a song here by Bill Withers called Lean On Me. Obviously, from the title, this is expressing reaching out to people who need help in their lives. And they're letting them know that they're there for them and that, don't worry about pride. If you need a hand, I'm here to provide that hand. And if there's things you need to borrow, I can lend those things to you. Don't hide that need. Reach out and I'll be there for you. That's what kindness is all about. And as I get older, I realize it's really the joy in life is helping others with kindness and being kind to everybody. We all have the journey we're on, and it's tough for all of us, really is. It can be at times, and sometimes we need a helping hand. So here's Bill Withers, Lean On Me.
Sometime in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Oh, it won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have things you need to borrow, no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. So call on me, brother, you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Oh, it won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. You just call on me, brother. You need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear that you can't carry, right up the road, and I'll share your load. If you just call me, call me, call me. If you need a friend, call me.
It's a James Taylor song. Really, nothing expresses kindness more than this song. It's called You've Got a Friend. And it's someone reaching out to someone they know or someone out there who's just not feeling right, not feeling good. The sky's full of clouds and the wind begins to blow. And whether it's winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there because you've got a friend. This song is all about kindness. Here we go. When you're down in trouble and you need some love and care, nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me. Soon I will be there, brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I come running. See you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. You got a friend. If the sky above you was dark and full of clouds, that old north wind begins to blow. Keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon you hear me knocking at your door. If you just call out my name, well, you know wherever I am, I come running. See you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Oh, ain't it good to know you got a friend? People can be so cold. They'll hurt you, yes, desert you. Take your soul if you let them. Don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I come running. See you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You got a friend. You got a friend. Ain't it good to know you got a friend? Yeah, it's good to know you got a friend. Ain't it good to know you got a friend?
Hi, good morning, everybody. This is Oracle Hikatios. I'm coming from you from Florida, Rockledge, Florida, and I want to thank you all for tuning in this morning to discuss the topic of kindness from a Wiccan or witchcraft perspective. I want to thank our musical guest. I want to thank Becky and Scott from People with Diversity for allowing me to continue this wonderful trend of speaking to you wherever you may be at, in your living room, in your car, in your office. And I want to thank People with Diversity. I want to thank Philip Lupo and his team for putting this together, this amazing, the amazing just video that you're product that you're seeing here. And I just want to be have an attitude of gratitude at this time. And again, my name is Oracle. I am an author, a teacher, and a faith minister. I have come today to discuss the topic of kindness. Now, I'm going to give a disclaimer every time I do, which is I do not speak for all of Wicca, do not speak for all of witchcraft. We do not have a popedom or council. This is just my personal perspective. We will debate around the cauldron, many of us, about this philosophy. And so, without further ado, I'd like to present my philosophy, shared or not shared by many. So, kindness. We've had a lot of speakers already talk about this virtue. And just to reiterate the definition that I understand kindness as, it is the act of just being a decent human being, having compassion, being considerate, knowing the welfare of others and taking that into consideration when you're making judgments and decisions about them. At least that's my definition. That's my understanding. In summation. Juxtaposed to that, of course, is the idea that kindness is also, some consider it, as much as you're considerate toward others, it is also rooted in empathy. The idea that empathy is designed as allowing ourselves to see the other perspective and understand the perspective of other people. And where they're coming from. And this is the key to active listening skills and healthy conflict resolution in life. Now, having said all of that, kindness and empathy are strong words. Now, I have a lot of people who say they're empaths. They come into my shop and say, I'm an empath, I'm seeking, or they come to me in my groups. I lead 6 groups within Brevard County, also nationally, internationally. I have a lot of students. And they come to me and say, I'm an empath, where I go, where I belong. And I have to, from my perspective, correct an assumption. And that is that unless you have some kind of neuroses going on, which affects your mirror neurons, you have empathy. We have the ability to be empathy. That is the only, we're all mostly, for most of us, we are empathic. What people mean by empathy, I think, is that they can feel others too much. They take in the opportunity to feel the vibration in the air, and they're very sensitive to emotional changes, even walking into a room and sensing the temperature of the emotional paradigm that's going on, the influence. That is rooted in not having boundaries, and that is rooted in a lot of traumatic childhood upbringing where that's Luna, where there seems to be this idea that, I'm an empath, how do I shield? That is, how do I keep things from affecting me so much? And the answer is very simple. It's boundaries. It is building boundaries, saying no more and saying yes less, which is an exercise that can be for over a decade or two or lifetime for many people. So we have to have the consideration. The other part too is I want to talk about is I'm neurodivergent. I have ADHD and autism. And I come from a family that is neurodivergent. So it is genetic in play. And whether diagnosed or undiagnosed. And neurodivergent people are often viewed as people who do not have empathy, who cannot see the other perspective, who do not understand the empathy of others. And that is a misnomer in many respects. Itchy kitty, itchy kitty. That is a perspective that is not rooted in the data and in facts. Truth be told, neurodivergent people do have empathy. And because of misunderstandings and upbringing, sometimes we have too much. And that shuts us down emotionally. It's very taxing for us to feel another, because a lot of it is also executive dysfunction, where we have in the frontal cortex, the the frontal lobe, the penchant for we do not have the penchant for truly understanding social cues. We will be more objective many times. And even if we are have a healthy grasp of our emotions, it is just our emotions. But when it comes to other people, we may not completely understand where they're coming from, not because we don't have empathy, but because many of us see a much broader uh, zeitgeist going on in their life. We see pattern recognition, and many of us will be very forthright and say, well, it's you. You're not breaking out of your cycle. You're not doing this. And most people want to be validated in their listening. So that takes practice as well. But a lot of times we need the assistance to understand social cues and when to say something. But if you want us to say something and be honest, be prepared for honesty. That is empathy. It is also that is empathy and honor. That is power. And in the Charge of the Goddess, which is a liturgy written by the witch Doreen Valiente, who is considered the mother of Wicca and witchcraft, Doreen wrote a liturgy called the Charge of the Goddess, which is basically the goddess speaking to her witches, to her followers, to her initiates, and to her priesthood. And so one of the virtues, we have 8 virtues that we talk about developing as a witch, and 2 of them come together. It is power with compassion. So compassion, and what is compassion? I know we're discussing kindness, but I can't talk about kindness without compassion and power. We have the ability many times to be able to be the one to show and demonstrate kindness, consideration, and decency to another human being, whether it is accepting their pronouns, whether it is accepting their gender identity, their sexual orientation, whether it is accepting their political ideation, which is very tough these days because we're very divided as a country, and we have been for quite some time. To overcome bitterness and anger in order for us to understand. Now, that comes with boundaries. Being kind comes with boundaries. You can, and I'm going to discuss that. I'm going to harp on that today. You cannot be kind if you yourself are not kind to yourself. You have to be decent to yourself. Self-care and understanding the compassion that you need to recharge many times when we have consideration towards others if we don't have that, excuse me, it will lead to burnout. It does. When I was in the medical field, we had to learn what was called professional distance. That is, that we can show kindness and empathy to an extent, but a lot of it is tough love. We have to be able to encourage others to find their way. Excuse me. We have to encourage others to find their empowerment. And that, I think, in witchcraft is the root of kindness. It is helping others to be, our empathy has to be, our goal has to be to empower others. If it is not to empower others, all we are doing is being amateur therapists, or we are being compromising doormats where we listen too much and there's no resolution. There's no healthy because the whole point is healthy conflict resolution. And the healthy conflict resolution involves deep active listening. Not only active listening, which is a skill to develop. Active listening does not come easy for many people. We tend to these days listen, especially in Western society. We listen, or any society really, but we hear what someone is saying. But we may not fully grasp what they are saying. We may not fully, just because you're hearing doesn't mean you comprehend. And if you're not comprehending what they're saying, then really what you are in the process of doing is you are just hearing to react and respond. You're ready to fight. You're defensive, especially if someone comes to you and says, there's something about you that I need to discuss. We have to be able to actively listen. So part of active listening means if someone's talking to you, you repeat back in summation, in summary, what you believe they are saying. So, for example, if someone's saying, I'm really hurt, you've done XYZ, I don't feel that I deserve that. What you can say is, so if I understand you correctly, XYZ is what I did. Now, can you give me examples? Because I don't want to repeat that. And this is not a challenge to you. I want to know what I can do because if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying that I did this. Now, sometimes we know what we've done is wrong. Sometimes we don't know. Most of us, most humans are good humans, and we make mistakes, and we tend to trespass against others unknowingly. Um, Trespasses by omission. That is that we are rooted in ignorance on how we deal with others. And in a recent Facebook post of mine, I was discussing that I was opening up a discussion to see what people thought about listening to people in this day and age who are on the opposite side of the political spectrum, religious spectrum, and how can we best engage in conversation, which is a far cry from my impulse, which is to argue or debate or to find ourselves in a situation where we find ourselves surrendering our boundaries and giving up our virtues and our values because we're trying to do something for others and ourselves instead of ourselves. Again, boundaries, healthy conflict resolution, active listening skills, healthy conflict resolution. All of this is rooted in the virtue of kindness. And for witchcraft, we understand that we have power to dispense to another, or we do not. And we do not need a deity to command us to understand basic decency. We don't need that. As a matter of fact, Jesus said it best in the Bible when he was talking about the parable of the Good Samaritan. And the Good Samaritan, there was a man on the side of the road. For those of you who do not know the Bible, there was a man on the side of the road, and he was wounded. He was robbed. He was a rich guy, and he was very greedy. But he was wounded. He was beat up because he was robbed, and he was on the side of the road. And a religious person walked by, a rich person walked by. Nobody bothered to help him. All they saw was this vagabond until a Samaritan who does not follow a non-Orthodox Judaic person at that time who lived in a the Roman Empire had divided the land of Israel into different provinces. One of them was Judea, and one of them was Samaria. And Samaria was where the place was considered backwater. Jews were prejudiced. The Judeans were prejudiced against the Samaritans because they viewed them as just blasphemous, not worshiping Adonai as the Jews did, and some even believe they were polytheistic. That is, that they incorporated different gods into their worship. Either way, it was somebody who was not of the laws, someone not Judean, who helped this stranger. And today we use the word Good Samaritan for anybody in an emergency who will come in and help a stranger. They're a Good Samaritan in need. So again, the Good Samaritan was a foreigner, was somebody who was not obligated by law by God. The other people had power. One, the religious person, was mandated by law, by the Mosaic law, to help, but they did not because he was a foreigner and considered someone outside of the social paradigm of Judea. And so Jesus was saying the Good Samaritan was the person who did good, and that did not take a law. That was without divine intervention. what Jesus was essentially saying was, you do not need divine permission to be decent. Either you are a decent person or you are not. Um, and decency, of course, has a spectrum of fluidity because, again, boundaries. In the end, however, if there is a difference, I was at a recent interfaith conference meeting, and I had mentioned to my um, to the people at the table that I was at, I said, there's a difference from my perspective. If you are kind to me because of divine mandate versus being kind to me because that is who you are. And to me, there is a difference. There is a huge difference. One is an obligation. Sometimes you don't want to do it, but you do it anyway and you do it gritting your teeth. But you're also selective about who you're kind to. You can compromise a sacred text. You can read into a text and rationalize and put in the meaning that you get out of it. So, for example, the Good Samaritan today in many Protestant churches and some Catholic churches, Christian churches, is seen not as the depth of the foreigner, but perhaps a sinner who just helps somebody, and then God is brought into the conversation. So that's the problem, is that the Samaritan is not seen for who he is. He is seen as something else that can readily connect to the audience, which misunderstands the whole point of the Good Samaritan. Be kind, be decent, be compassionate, because it is the right thing to do. Now, there is a fictional tale about Margaret Mead, the anthropologist, who said that a quote is attributed to her, but she never said it. But the quote is still powerful. And the insight. She was saying how, or she was alleged to have said, but again, she did not, how there was evidence of a femur that had been healed, broken and healed, and that to her, this was the beginning of civilization, because it was someone showed compassion enough to heal a member of the tribe in order for them to sustain the tribe, to help the tribe. That compassion, that empathy, that frontal lobe executive function at that time was working, and it continues to work to this day. Unless you have a brain injury at the frontal cortex and executive dysfunction and other things, which can affects your empathy. It really does. It affects your empathy for some time because you're swallowed in yourself. You cannot go beyond that, and others need to show compassion to you. We cannot. This leads me to a caveat. Do not compare your suffering to another's. Don't go around saying, well, I'm having a bad day, but there's people worse who have it worse than me. That's not compassion. That is belittling. That is not accepting your trouble in order for you to overcome. We don't have the brain capacity to be overly compassionate to the entire world. Otherwise, we ignore our own personal needs. And in ignoring our own personal needs, we then burn out and we wonder why we're stressed. We wonder why we can't get anything done, why we seem to have streaks of bad luck, why we are not, why we're always exhausted, fatigued. We have burnout. We have compassion fatigue. There is such a thing as compassion fatigue, where you are too overly the top and you listen too much. You become a therapist and you take in everybody's because you want to be kind. But in doing so, you overstep your boundaries, and it's not an empowerment. It's just consistently listening to somebody vent and throw their frustrations at you. And then when it comes to your time, no one is listening to you. And that's the moment you need to make a decision about a better group to be around. So, and to get and to see maybe that you need professional assistance. And there's nothing wrong with professional assistance. There's nothing wrong with medication. Sometimes our dopamine must be store-bought. Our serotonin must be store-bought. And that's okay. But you need to know it's okay. You need to know kindness for yourself. You need to know compassion for yourself. If you don't understand yourself, sometimes we cannot understand another. Now, sometimes we learn by engaging socially with others. We learn the hard way, the difficult methods of how we can get ourselves correct in order to learn an active listening skill to lead to healthy conflict resolution, which is rooted in compassion, but with boundaries. Power with compassion. We have to have power over ourselves by being rooted in the compassion that we see, and not just, it's all about empowerment. It's all about empowerment. Power yourself, power another, power yourself. These are important traits to develop, and it can take a lifetime to develop. We will make mistakes. We are human. There are times when we have zero patience, and we can get angry, we can get upset, and we have every right to be. You have to accept this about yourself. If you do not, then you are denying and repressing and suppressing healthy emotions that you need to have an outlet for. How we handle those emotions is a completely different lecture, and I don't want to get into it. But understand what I'm talking about today, okay? All right. I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank you, Bacon Scott, People Diversity, Philip Lupo, musical guests. I want to thank everyone who supports this ministry. And if you like, please go to the website, People Diversity. You'll be receiving it at the end of this program. And donate, tithe, do the thing, be the thing. Thank you very much. You have an amazing and gorgeous day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Victor. Amazing as build. Oracle, you always inspire. You're just brilliant, man. Thank you for being a part of what we do. Philip Lupo and your amazing tech team, thanks for taking our crazy and making it amazing. If you have needs in the audiovisual area, please see PL Theatrical and they will take care of you. Past services are available at People of Diversity page, People of Diversity group through Facebook, and People of Diversity on YouTube. YouTube is the archive. Everything for the last 5.5 years is available there. Over 230 hours or videos. And if you just wanted to catch last week or the week before, you'll be able to pick those up on Facebook. But remember, they delete everything after 30 days. If you want to get a morning ding on Sunday morning, you have to subscribe to the YouTube channel or be a member of the page or the group, and you'll get a Sunday morning notification that we have gone live, which means that the Sunday service is starting. So you can join us for that. Lastly, the second broadcast of every Sunday it's a morning broadcast, just reshown. It's rebroadcast as a premiere, so you'll get another ding, and that's at 5:45 on Facebook only.
Our next live event will be tomorrow night, Monday, September 8th.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be good. Unitarian Universalist Friendship Fellowship in Rockledge. Now, this is different, so pay attention. We're going to start at 4:30 instead of 7. It's going to be from 4:30 to 7:30, and this is a special event with Aquero priest and healer Don Eduardo and his wife Donna Luisa from the high Andes of Peru. It's going to be really cool. They will guide us in the sacred art of despacho, and we'll create a living mandala of gratitude and intention to bring harmony to ourselves, our community, and the world. Suggested love offering of $40. We'll pass a basket. Nobody will be turned away. So join us for that. You're welcome to bring flowers, candy, sage, other sacred items for the altar. So this is going to be really, really cool. And we've already heard quite a few people say they're interested in it. Come on out and join us. It's going to be awesome. So if you or your business would like to sponsor one of our live events, we typically have these on the first and the last Monday of every month. We didn't do the first Monday of September because it was Labor Day. But if you would like to sponsor one of our live events, our rent for those nights are $50 each night. And you can come, and if you come to the event, you can have the mic for a couple of minutes to say something about your business. Or if you want to remain anonymous, that's fine too. If you want to sponsor us for tomorrow night's event, that would be great, because since we're going to be there longer, we're going to owe them a little more rent than $50. So if you want to email us at newwaypod@gmail.com and let us know you want to sponsor an event, that would be awesome. Thank you.
Our state today is Nebraska. Nebraska was the first state to celebrate Arbor Day.
Yay.
Tree Day.
Tree Day.
That happened in 1872. So we already knew in 1872 there was a problem.
Yes. Yes.
That's a little frightening.
Well, what I read was that they started Arbor Day in Nebraska because they wanted to beautify the state.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Yes.
Let's send the people of Nebraska our love and light and say these words together. May peace prevail in Nebraska. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in me.
Thank you. Next week, we continue our topic of kindness with Mystic Christopher Timms and Donna Frost. That's going to be a good one. If you would like to make a tithe or donation to the pod, go to www.podpeopleofdiversity.org, and on the page there's a donate button or something. I can't remember exactly
in the
what
middle
it
of
says
the page.
right
There's a donate page.
So that helps us a lot. We pay our speakers, we pay our musicians, we pay our tech team. So
we do not pay ourselves.
We do not pay ourselves. So if you would like to join that and help us keep this train rolling, that'd be great.
Yay.
So we close our service with a healing circle. Bring to your mind's eye any person, place, thing, situation that could use our love, use our healing this week. Put them in the center of our energetic circle. Send your love and your caring out to that. And also open up and get some on you.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Have a great week.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the light.